Maturity in anything happens in 3 stages. You have to know a deep level of the subject, you have to be able to reflect at the moment about the subject, and you have to acknowledge what you find out. So let's say you want to have maturity in relations, then you have to have a broad knowledge on how a functioning good relation looks like. Then you have to be able to reflect in the moment what your relation is at the moment, and then you have to acknowledge it and not lie to yourself about any of the traits that you found out. Leadership is the same thing. You have to know a lot about leadership, then you have to be able to reflect on where are you right now with regard to your communication skills, your leadership traits, your goal setting, the ability of yourself to give feedback and all that stuff. And then you have to acknowledge what you find out and not tell yourself lies about your capabilities and your abilities. In emotions, emotional maturity is the same thing. You have to know that there is a broad bandwidth of emotions. You have to know that excitement and arousal and frustration and anger, they exist. They feel very closely to each other, but they're different. So you have to have a broad emotional knowledge. Then you have to be able to reflect in the moment. What emotion do you feel actually? And then you have to acknowledge the emotion, and acknowledging your emotion means that you allow the emotion to be. And maturity in anything is always along these 3 steps. You have to have a broad knowledge of something. You have to be able to reflect on the moment with regard to the subject, and then you have to acknowledge what you find out. What are your thoughts on that? Share them with me in the comments.